Well, it is good to be back. I will say that. I'm going to start off by saying that. Hi there. Hi. How are you? Hi there. My name is Pat. I'd like to introduce myself. I am Pat. I generally host the show, except for the last couple of days. I was off for a couple of days. Hey, look over there. It's Caitlin Brock, ladies and gentlemen. There she is. Yellow hair and ready to take your phone calls. There she is. Always nice to see her. Always nice to be with you, my friends. I'll explain my little time off there, a couple of days. It's quite the days off. We'll get into that. I'd love to take your phone calls here this evening. I'm all about that for sure. I just, boy, we've had so many good phone calls recently. I was just enjoying it so much, and then whisked away for a couple of days. Hope everyone has their power back. Still a lot of trees and things like that down, and look like it might snow up in my neck of the woods. I'm not sure. But hopefully everyone's got their power back on, restored. Everyone's okay. Hopefully after the wind and the storm and all of that. I'm going to catch up on a few things like I was telling Kitty this evening. And still remembering my friend Lou Gallagher. I'm going to remember him all week this week. Love our buddy Lou. BC. So I want to start this show by saying, BC, you're a good man. Bruce Campbell, you're a good friend. If you're listening right now, I want you to know how much I appreciate you sitting in, hosting the show, and doing a fantastic job, BC. Good man, like I said.
I like him, too.
He's a good guy, huh?
Yeah. We have fun.
Yeah, right.
I like making fun of him.
What do you poke at him about?
Just whenever he, as he calls it, bonehead moves.
Mm-hmm.
I call him a dork, and he's super, he's cute. He's cute.
Yeah, he's a cute little guy. He's a cute little fella.
We just have a good rapport. He's cute.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I mean, honestly, yeah. Great sense of humor. Always has a good story. Love you, brother. Let's just start this show by taking a phone call from Trent, who's in Roseville. He's sitting there on the line, waiting to chat. I like to start my show off like that. Trent, welcome. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well, Pat. How are you? How was the root canal?
I'll tell you what, Trent, that was like the least of the issues. I don't even really remember it. It was great.
Okay.
Actually,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to call in. Lou Gallagher sort of has a special place in my heart, and I follow Facebook, and there's this page, just like Memories of Sacramento, and he's on there. He put a request out for somebody to convert some of his air check cassette tapes from the year 2000 to digital, and I offered to do that for him, and I did like 3 tapes for him, and I sent them to him, and in return he allowed me to come in to be at the studio with him when he was going to fill in for you. It was like Thanksgiving Eve last year, and I was in there with him, and it didn't happen. I guess I went with a best of show, but it was great to just sit with him and talk with him about his career and stuff. And I'm like nobody, and he sort of put his reputation on the line to let me come in and visit the station and stuff, and it was just amazing to see how that all works and it was great. And I wanted to talk about one other person, but so Lou was great, and he offered to sort of coach me on trying to be like a DJ, because he did that 70s channel DJ 3
That's
hours
right.
from 3 to 6. And I used to be a DJ. He went to my high school. I went to El Camino High School, and I was a DJ back in my senior year of high school, class of 91. So it was really fun to do that. But and I'm just so sad that he passed away, and it just really rocked my world, I guess. So
yeah, me too, Trent.
Yeah, and then I was listening to your show Monday night, and you actually had my neighbor on the air.
Was that right?
Yeah, his name's Terry from Roseville, and he we love Terry, and he's just a great guy. And for him to call in your show that night, and I was sort of feeling.
Oh, I remember that call. I remember Terry.
I was a little sad thinking about Lou listening to your show, and then Terry popped on, and he had to. He was our neighbor for so many years, and he's living in another part of Roseville now. But it was great to hear him, and his wife was amazing, and just I love Terry a lot, and he's a great guy. He's a great person in our neighborhood, sort of a really great guy.
Was Terry the one that was not? And if I get this wrong, I apologize. Was he the one that was kind of nervous to call or talk in public and all that? Was that Terry?
Yeah, he was. He has Parkinson's.
Yes, he called up. Yeah,
he called you, and he does karaoke.
Right.
Stuff. And we've gone to we went to Placerville Speedway for a few times, and we've been to Roseville Speedway, and I've gone karaokeing with him. He's a great. He's a hoot. So.
Well, when you go back, I'm going to respond to one thing you said. You said, I'm so happy you met Lou and got to understand that this guy's a great guy, that he showed you around the place a little bit, which was very nice of him. Going back to your comment about you're a nobody and Lou, as you look up to Lou or whatever you said, Lou wouldn't have you in here if you were a nobody. So you're someone that Lou felt very comfortable with. The fact that you're calling, you're talking about Terry, you're someone in my book, and I'm sure a lot of other people's, but I appreciate the comments, and I really appreciate you holding Lou near and dear to your heart, because he's just a good soul, and Kitty and I were just talking off air like, geez, I cannot believe this man is gone. We were just talking to him. It just...
Oh, I know.
Rattles
and
me.
And to mention something else, I mean, I've been listening to another KFBK alumni, Dave Williams. He has a podcast out and he actually had Kitty O'Neill on a show a few weeks ago, and just to hear the history of KFBK is what I really love, and to be at that studio and see all the pictures of the old reels and thinking about the studio that was behind the Century Theaters back in the day. And that whole thing, just Lou was great, and be able to hear Terry and talking to you tonight. So
thank you, Trent.
Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it too. You're welcome. Call anytime, and you betcha. Thank you, Trent. I just, since he brought it up, since he brought up Lou, I wanted to let you know that I had a letter. This thing was sitting on my desk. Wait a minute. Hold up now. Now, wait a second. Hold up. Was this Trent? We just talked to Trent, right? Hey, Trent. I wish I would have looked at this when Trent was on the phone. Hey, Trent, Trent, if you just called, if that was you, I can't believe I didn't look at the name on this letter. Trent, is this you that wrote this letter? Because I was just getting ready to read this letter. This was a letter addressed to Lou Gallagher. It's been sitting on my desk for, I don't know, a month, maybe longer. I was waiting for Lou to come in. I don't open people's mail, but I'm going to read this because Lou, I hope that you had a Merry Christmas, Lou, and Happy New Year. And a Happy New Year 2024. I really enjoyed listening to your radio checks, Lou and Mel, in the morning on Magic 101 FM.
That was Trent.
Who just called?
That was Trent who just called because he was just talking about the tapes.
Yeah.
He was just talking about the tapes. And
I didn't put 101 together. That's right.
Bro, I'm really freaked out right now.
Yeah. Trent, this is you. It was fun to convert. Yes. It sure is. Magic 101 FM radio back in 2000 this past November. So, Trent, it was fun to convert those cassette tapes to WAV files for you to listen with your grandchildren. I really appreciate when you invited me to see KPK that Wednesday night before Thanksgiving 2023. It was really fascinating to see the radio station. I listened to it on a regular basis. Also had a great time chatting with you about your career in radio. From where it all started with your Rodney Dangerfield impression while managing at Craig and Auto Parts. Thank you also for the opportunity to work on and practice doing DJ-related voiceover activities for that 70s channel. I hope you have a great New Year.
First of all, I'm super heartbroken right now, and also I just want to ask real quick, do we have those tapes? And does Trent still have those tapes? And if he still has those tapes, let us know.
Yeah, I'd like to know that too. It's a good question. I'd like to hear him.
Trent's on.
Is this Trent? I hope you have a great New Year. And I hope to hear if you fill in for Pat Walsh again soon. Thanks again, sweet Lou. Hope you have a great year in 2024. Is that Trent? Yeah, just real quick. I got to go to break. Trent.
Yo.
I was just getting ready to read this letter, and I didn't realize it was you until after I opened it up based off of what your phone call was. So
yeah,
there
I
you
wrote
go,
a letter
sir.
and he told me to send it to KFBK, attention Pat Walsh. So.
Yeah, there was. That's why, since it said my name, attention Pat Walsh, and care of Pat Walsh, and then I looked through it, I felt compelled and comfortable to read that. So I'm glad you called
read
back.
It? Okay.
Yep,
Awesome.
just read it on the air for you. So there,
Okay.
Trent. Thank you for your kind words again. All right, sir.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good show. Thanks.
All right, it's the Pat Walsh Show.
You need to know.
Heavy rain, wind.